I have controls.
All right, radio check.
Radio check, loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
All right. Cylinder head temp above 200. Magneto check. All right. 1,000. 1,000. Good. Less than 7. And 1, 2. 1,000. 1,000. Good. Carb heat. Carb temp rise. RPM slight drop. Good. Spray clutch. Needle split. Clutch light 1.
Helicopter 32 Tango is on the go.
3.
Helicopter 8332 Tango, report on the right downwind for taxiway whiskey, wind 010 at 4.
Full report, right downwind for whiskey, 32 Tango.
Frequency is already checked and good. Doors closed and latch.
Closed.
Closed, alright.
12, altimeter 3016. Expect ILS approach runway 17 in use. Notice airman 5G NOTAMs in effect for Olympia Airport. For further information, contact flight service frequencies. Use caution for bird activity on and around the airport. Possible coyotes on the airport. Uninitial contact advise you have information, Charlie.
Charlie.
Olympia Tower, information Charlie, 1637 special observation, wind variable at 3 knots, visibility 10, ceiling 1,800 broken, temperature 18, dew point 12, altimeter 3016. Expect ILS approach runway 17 in use. Notice airman 5G NOTAMs in effect for Olympia Airport. For further information, contact flight service frequencies. Use caution for bird activity on and around the airport, possible coyotes on the airport. Uninitial contact advise you have information, Charlie.
Alright. Good, now we're coming up to 97. Governor on. Okay. Clutch light 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, off. Okay. Information Charlie, variable at 3. Looks like it's coming out of the east. In this scenario, with the wind coming crossways and only at 3 knots, would it still be acceptable to take off to the south, or would you still put the wind on your right and go north first?
Yeah, so just let them know that we want to take off to the north and we'll depart to the southeast.
Okay, depart to the southeast with a takeoff to the north?
Let's say depart northeast, take off northeast, depart to the southeast.
Okay.
Olympia Tower, helicopter 32 Tango's in the downwind.
Helicopter 8332 Tango, taxiway whiskey, cleared for the option. Report on the go.
Alright, so
the option on whiskey,
the warning lights, RPMs in the
Olympia
green.
Tower, helicopter 39 Bravo Papa, Glacier ramp with Charlie, requesting a northeast departure.
Okay, carb heat up.
Helicopter 39 Bravo Papa, Olympia Tower, northeast departure approved. Departure off the ramp at your own risk. Wind 030.
Let's just wait for them.
Northeast departure approved, the pilot's own risk, 39 Bravo Papa.
Alright. Clear to my left. I've got fuel trucks back there. Nothing to the right, nothing in front, nothing above. Going up. Going up. Alright. We want departure or takeoff to the north.
I want the blades on this side.
Yep, copy that.
We always creep forward, so try to keep yourself over your bubble,
yep.
over the H.
Copy that. Alright, so we want to take off to the north?
Traffic west of your position.
Take off to the northeast, and then departure to the southeast.
Copy that.
Traffic in sight, 9 Bravo Papa.
Helicopter 8332 Tango traffic east to your position and east to the 17 extended center line northbound, R22 climbing has you in sight.
Watch for traffic, 8332 Tango.
32 Tango, there, no factor there, now north of your position.
8332 Tango.
Olympia Tower, helicopter 8038 Alpha at Glacier Ramp requesting takeoff to the northeast with a departure to the southeast with information Charlie.
Helicopter 8332 Tango, Olympia Tower, remain east to runway 17, approved as requested, wind 030 at 4.
Was that approval for 8038 Alpha?
That's for, yeah, that was for 8038 Alpha. Helicopter 8038 Alpha remain north of runway, east of runway 17, and operations approved as requested north with the southeast turnout.
Remain east of runway 17, approval, takeoff approved. As requested, helicopter 38 Alpha. Looks like it's a day for both of us.
Yep.
All right. All right, here we go. Remain east of 17. Okay, continuing to the right. .500 feet, get some airspeed. Up a little more power. All right, no warning lights, RPM's in the green. 1, 2, 3 in the green. Continuing to climb. Carb heat. All the way up. Right trim up. Good on fuel. All right, we're a little high already.
So we're at 18 inches of power. We can use 22, so let's use it for something.
Yep, speed.
Helicopter 8332 Tango, runway 35 now in use at Olympia.
35 in use, we'll switch around to left pattern, 8332 Tango.
Helicopter 8332 Tango, copy. Attention all aircraft information, Delta now current Olympia ATIS, altimeter 3015, wind 030 at 5, runway 35 in use, expect GPS approach. Helicopter 39er Bravo Papa, have a good flight.
Thank you, Niner Bravo Papa.
Watch your power.
Helicopter 8038 Alpha, frequency change approved, have a good flight.
Thank you, 38 Alpha. I'm just going south of that restricted area, crossing through the MOA, but underneath it.
Okay.
Just so you know what I'm thinking here, I'm going to go on the left side of this bigger hill here.
Okay.
Unless you would rather me go the other side.
It's up to you.
South side? Okay. I'm just going to, this is more or less straight path for what I've got plotted.
Olympia Tower, helicopter 32 Tango's on the go.
Helicopter 8332 Tango, Olympia Tower, report on the left downwind for taxiway whiskey.
4 port left downwind for whiskey 32 Tango.
All right, beginning left turn, come east.
Olympia Tower, helicopter 39er Bravo Papa is approximately 5 miles east, requesting practice area 2.
Helicopter 39er Bravo Papa, Olympia Tower, operations practice area 2 approved, wind 01086.
Operations area 2 approved, 39er Bravo Papa.
28575.
Olympia Tower, helicopter 32 Tango's in the downwind.
Helicopter 8332 Tango, taxiway whiskey, cleared for the option, report on the go, wind 01086.
Clear for the option, we'll report on the go, 32 Tango.
Okay, and 122.9. I only climbed a little bit. Surprisingly, stayed right on my line.
Nice.
Alright. About 18 out, we got a ways. I got up early because the place I took my bow yesterday to get it tuned said they were open at 8.
You said bow?
Bow, yes.
Oh, nice. So you do archery?
I began archery a couple months ago, so I'm still pretty new to it. It's fun. But yeah, so I went to get it tuned, and the place said on the website that they were open at 8.
Yeah.
And the guy's leaving for vacation for 10 days at noon.
Oh.
So I went to go get it. And it is not open. So I went out of my way this morning. And so I was a little frustrated with that. It is like a small business, so
Thank you, traffic, Otter.
I was there like
green light, landing south.
But still.
At 8 on the nose, and he wasn't there, so I gave him 2 minutes. I was like, I'm gonna be late if I stay any longer.
Yeah.
They're talking about gliding to the south. Gliders, do they have to have ADS-B even if...
Gliders?
Yeah, gliders would have to. If they're in like the mode C shroud, they would have to have ADS-B out, yeah?
Yes, they do. But if they're over here, they are not in the mode C veil.
Oh, we are outside it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, we've been out of it the whole time since Olympia. Like, we were never in it. But once you start to go north, northeast, then you start to creep into it.
Okay.
Like Tacoma, Bremerton.
The gliders generally have that.
Nope.
No, they don't generally have that?
No, I mean, if they stay in like Class G airspace, going back to the requirements for G and E, you don't need it.
Yeah, they don't need it, but I mean, we don't need it right now, but we have it.
Yeah, I mean, they could if they want to, but it's like thousands and thousands of dollars.
As they'd be way above us anyway. I'm going to climb a little bit here.
Okay.
Sure if I'll be able to hear that.
What was that?
I still wonder if I'll be able to hear the weather this far. 10 miles.
Pierce County Airport, Sunfield. 1707 Zulu. Wind.
That's out on the one I want.
County Airport, Sunfield. Automated weather observation 170. Niner Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility more
It's
than
red.
10.
Yeah.
Sky conditions few at 1,900. Temperature 18 Celsius. Dew point 13 Celsius. Altimeter.
Calm. So I can pick either one.
And if there's no one else there, you can also just do a straight in. Straight in into 3-4 if you want.
Okay.
Instead of entering the downwind from a 45.
So I would just start south, like 4 miles
so
out
you
or
just,
so.
no, you wouldn't even start 4 miles. You would just say, hey, we're straight in for 3-4. Just curve to the right a little bit, maybe about a mile before the...
oh, and then just turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was looking into... I was thinking about landing at your parents' house.
66 Zulu, 1,900 car keep part southbound for Lake Eatonville.
And with the trees, it looks pretty tight. Like we would probably have to come to an OG hover.
We would, yeah.
And don't think we'll have the power for it. And then also, I don't know what your local ordinances are as far as noise. So
They're in unincorporated Pierce County, so whatever that would be. But yeah, I was looking at the space for a while. I was like, maybe. That's a hard maybe.
so we just have to look into, I think we definitely,
Oh shit, I didn't do a 6 mile call, my bad. Alright. Swanson traffic helicopter 8038 Alpha, 4 miles to the west, inbound for runway 34. Swanson traffic.
Lake Union traffic got 25 here, I-5 make south landing, Lake Union. Lake Union, Beaver 66 Zulu, 1,900 over Green Lake for the south lane, number 2.
and if we were like renting a helicopter, that'd be fine, but we run the risk of like someone taking a picture or video and then our tail number gets caught and then Mike finds out. So
yeah, no, we're good. I think I would have been nervous about landing there anyway, after having experienced some more tight area landings.
As far as legally, we could probably do it if you have a good relationship with the neighbors and they don't care.
Yeah. I know that one of their 2 neighbors, there's 3 people in that cul-de-sac, one of their 2 neighbors is cool. He was ex-military and actually used to be part of a helicopter crew.
Yeah.
And then, that was the one telling him, he'll kick up all the rocks.
Yeah.
The other ones apparently are kind of tight asses.
Yeah, I can see them
saying something.
finding our tail number and then reporting us to the local FSDO.
Yeah.
And then we could get in trouble because we're violating noise ordinance.
Yeah. Alright. Swanson traffic, helicopter 8038 Alpha, inbound for a straight in touch and go, runway 34, Swanson traffic. Alright.
Looking in 66 Zulu, 55 bridge, southwest number 2.
And that was it right there, I think.
Yep.
So I'm just going to kind of follow this road out.
You're pretty much in the downwind already.
Yeah.
So just do downwind, left base, final.
Yeah, alright, no warning lights, RPM's in the green. 1, 2, 3 in the green. Car meet up, right trim down. Good on fuel. A little visible traffic. Swanson traffic, helicopter 8038 Alpha, downwind for a touch and go, runway 34, Swanson traffic. Alright, a little high for my start here.
Lake Union Beaver 680 Elliott Bay, the grain elevators for 1100 for Inner Bay and the locks and northwest bound. Lake Union, auto fighting Hotel 370 or 1100 for Inner Bay.
Alright. Beginning my approach in 3, 2, 1. A little bit of LTE here. Get over the field. Alright. Coming. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to pull that hard. Alright, so touch and go, so you just have to touch skids?
Yep, so I'm going to help you with this.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
You have controls?
I have controls.
You have controls.
Swanson traffic, helicopter 8038 Alpha, taking off runway 34, continuing westbound. Swanson traffic. Alright, the warning lights are past green, 1, 2, 3 in the green. Alright, trees, don't hit trees, climb out, climb out. We've got all this power. Maintain speed, maintain climb, 22.5. We're good.
And then don't forget you get 23 point something because of the takeoff rating.
Yep. Copy that. Continuing power, we're at 22, 23. Continuing left. Clear left.
Lake Washington traffic, Beaver 681. We're in between bridges, 700 feet climbing for Western Point, Ships Canal westbound. Lake Union traffic.
In the green. Let's, I'm just going to leave it until I'm outside of their 6 mile. Speed up a little bit. Alright, carb heat all the way up. Right trim up. Good on fuel. 80 knots.
5 Tango Hotel, show, or 1300, going northwest bound. I got you inside over their head. Okay, see you sneaking up there, 680, show, 1100 northwest bound.
Alright. How was that approach? I noticed I was really high early, and I just dumped as much altitude as I could quickly.
Yeah, you made it work. It was, I mean, we're descending pretty fast, which safety-wise, there's nothing really wrong. But I want to see like a nice gradual approach, right?
Okay.
Because that's what you're going to be doing in your check ride. You're not going to be doing anything drastic. You want everything to look
nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth. Nothing too drastic, and nothing that has to feel like it's forced.
Okay. I definitely got some LTE there, which made it feel a little bit wobbly at the end.
Yeah.
I caught some kind of crosswind. I'm not sure what was going on.
And then the only radio call you made was left downwind.
Yep.
You missed your base. You missed your on final call, and you came in like really, like it was really short. The whole thing was really, really short.
Traffic, Beaver 681, 1,100 feet, Webster Point, westbound, ship canal.
Definitely would have extended the downwind, and then you wouldn't have come up so high because you would have had all that extra distance away from the runway in order to making sure that, all right, I'm at 60 knots, I'm at 500 AGL, all right, now I'm good to go. Now I just got to cruise for a little bit, and all right, now I'm starting my approach. Nothing's forced, right? It's not coming at you so fast. So don't feel like you have to be there right now. Extend your downwind, take your time, making sure your altitude airspeed is all where it should be.
Swanson traffic, helicopter 803 Alpha, 4 miles to the west, continuing westbound. Swanson traffic.
And then go ahead and raise collective a little bit more. We got 2.5 inches we can pull, and then a little bit more airspeed. Do you feel rushed when you're in the pattern, trying to do your approach?
Yes.
Okay.
Generally, I feel like I have. I know there wasn't anybody else around, but once I'm in the pattern, I feel like, okay, got to look for the time to do my base. Got to make sure I'm at the right altitude, slow down a little bit, that kind of stuff. So I think I just need to. And that one too, there's that hill that rises up in front of me, and I feel like I needed to make the turn before that hill.
No, just raise collective, gain some altitude, stay, 500 AGL, if not more above it, extend your downwind, and then do your approach.
All right, so just go out as far as I feel like I need to get a good lineup.
Yeah.
All right, someday I will make that will be in my brain fully ingrained. Extend the downwind, beat it into me.
Because, think about planes, right? They need even more space than we do, so their downwind is even longer.
Yeah.
So they definitely have to go beyond that hill, and they have to climb a lot higher.
So just be a plane.
Yeah, be kind of like a plane.
Lake Union traffic, Beaver 681, 1,100 feet, Ballard Bridge, westbound.
You need distance and altitude as well. You're not expected to cut it short, dive bomb down to get to the runway.
Understood. Swanson traffic, helicopter 803 at Alpha, 6 miles west of the airport, continuing westbound. This will be our last radio call, Swanson traffic.
And especially if there's no other traffic, take your time.
Old abandoned truck in the woods there.
Huh.
Kind of wonder what this is. Might be like they're dredging for clay or something.
Yeah. It's just the blood of their enemies.
dragging buildings. What the heck? There's a tractor dragging these the white domed buildings there.
Yeah.
They're just like moving them.
Interesting.
Yeah, see the two bare patches?
Yeah.
Those are moved.
Oh.
I wonder what those are. Alright. Diverted a little bit too far north.
Olympia Tower, information Delta 164, observation.
Helicopter 39 Bravo Papa.
Helicopter 39 Bravo Papa, Olympia Tower, cross runway 35, air taxi to Glacier approved, wind 040 at 6.
35, 39 Bravo Papa.
Did you just go home and pass out last night?
Pretty much. Went home, made a big sandwich, and then went to bed.
Yeah, I went home, made a bowl of cereal, ate some fruit snacks, and then passed out. Brushed my teeth, passed out.
Yeah.
I got 2 flights this morning, and then I'm gonna go work at the hospital for 5 hours,
Traffic
and
not
then
available.
drive back to the airport, do a flight from 7 to 9.
Okay. That was the hospital thing. That's just the, like, hang out with somebody.
Drawing blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my boss texted me yesterday, and she's like, is there any way you can come in and help so-and-so? Because I'm very understaffed and fucking impossible to get people in there.
Yeah. Well, it's nice you have that, is it like a certificate or a license? Or?
It's a certificate.
Gotcha. My dad was a paramedic for a while.
Yeah.
And I remember him talking about, when I was younger, he was talking about some of the classes they did on each other to draw blood.
Yeah.
To learn to draw each other's blood. So he'd come home with like a bunch of needle marks and he's like, oh, you should have seen the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really want to go in, but I need AA batteries. And I figured I might as well help. She's keeping me on the roster part-time, so if something horrible happens, like, I don't know, someone blows up the hangar with all the helicopters and I don't have a job for a couple months, then I can head back to the hospital, so it's a good backup.
Absolutely.
Olympia Tower, helicopter 1 Sierra Alpha, is missed approach, starting our left turn Glacier.
So 961 Sierra Alpha, Olympia Tower, you can air taxi to the Glacier ramp. Use caution for R22 shutting down on the Glacier ramp. Wind is 050 at 7. Have a good day.
Air taxi, Glacier ramp, we got the R22 in sight, copy the wind, have a good day as well, 1 Sierra Alpha.
If I had parents with a lot of property, I would definitely look into making like a helipad. That way it could be considered an airport on the chart.
Oh, yeah.
And
you could just cross country.
land there, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what it would take to do that. Like to get an official designation as a heliport.
Probably has to meet like certain FAA requirements and, you know, red tape and
How much would they have to pay?
probably thousands. Thousands and thousands.
Get them to clear cut the woods behind them and turn it into like a nice flat area.
Yeah.
Further information, contact flight service frequencies. Caution for bird activity and coyotes on the airfield. Uninitial contact advisory information Delta. Olympia Tower, information Delta 1654, observation, wind 030 at 6. Visibility 10, ceiling 1,800 broken. Temperature 18, dew point 12, altimeter 3015. Expect GPS approach, runway 35 in use. Notice airman 5G NOTAMs in effect for Olympia Airport. For further information, contact flight service frequencies. Caution for bird activity and coyotes on the airfield. Uninitial contact advisory information Delta. Olympia Tower, information Delta 1654, observation, wind 030 at 6. Visibility 10, ceiling 1,800 broken. Temperature 18, dew point 12, altimeter 3015. Expect GPS approach, runway 35 in use.
Alright, information Delta, and the winds from the northeast, 030. Olympia Tower helicopter 8038 Alpha, 6 miles to the southeast, inbound for Glacier Ramp.
Helicopter 803 Alpha, Olympia Tower. Continue inbound, report 1 mile southeast for the Glacier Ramp.
We'll report 1 mile southeast, helicopter 38 Alpha.
Don't say it now, but you forgot
the
Delta.
information. God dang it. I was like thinking, okay, I'll write it down so I'll remember. God. So much to remember.
Do you mind if I fly for a minute?
Yeah, go for it.
I have controls?
You have controls.
I'll give it back to you when we're a mile.
You got a little board sitting in the seat there, watching?
Just a little. No warning lights, RPMs to the green, 1, 2, 3, and the green car beats all the way up. Trim is down. Get off fuel.
If you want to do this approach, just...
Oh no, I want you to do it.
Okay.
Traffic not available.
Olympia Tower, helicopter 8038 Alpha, 1 mile southeast.
Helicopter 803 Alpha, continue inbound, landing at Glacier will be at your own risk. Wind 050 at 5, have a good day.
Continue inbound, landing at my own risk. Helicopter 38 Alpha, thank you. You have controls?
I have controls.
You have controls. And I left you at 700 feet, 80 knots.
Safety fuel into ground, proceed Foxtrot hangar via Echo.
50 feet, 50 knots, or 50 feet, 50 knots when we get to airport property.
Copy that. Just over the top of this big white building.
Yep. And he'll probably tell you not to overfly that vehicle.
Yep. I'm gonna just stay to the left of it already. Alright, 50 feet, 50 knots. Slowing down, 3, 2, 1.
Even more, we're at 70.
70, 60, come on. Alright. 50 knots. 50 feet. Where am I landing? Landing on the far side.
Winds are coming in from the
Northeast.
east, it looks like, so you can just curve around a little bit,
Okay,
around
watching.
this pole,
Yep, I
and
see
then
the
you
pole.
can just head straight in.
Sounds good. Is there a pad? Oh, I'm going for this closer pad near the R44.
Okay.
Okay.
Do the one right in the middle,
Copy that.
on
Right
the
in
left
middle.
side, between the two R22s.
Hey, I like that one. Back up, back up, back up, back up.
All right, good job.
Alright. Okay. Governor off. 75. 5. Friction's on. Shut down. Go away. Boy. Control. There it is. It was only 11 hours since the last time I started that timer.
Oh. All right, so, just making sure that you're checking your gauges every now and then, especially when you are going into airport property. It's very easy. I've seen students, like, I think yesterday or the day before, was coming in over the, we're landing at Compass Rose, and I was like, all right, you're going to do the approach on this, and they were coming in at 80 knots, and I was like, and he thought everything was still fine, and I'm like, there's no way you're going to make that approach. So I took controls and just dumped collective, went all the way back to like 40 knots, cut our airspeed in half, because we were like up there. So make sure that, you know, you already knew what to do. You knew 50 feet, 50 knots, and you slowed down, but you didn't double check with your gauges. So make sure you keep checking that.
Yep, I didn't do the approach checks. You did them just before we handed controls back, and maybe that's not a good excuse, but still. At least it was done by somebody, I guess.
And then your approach into Glacier Ramp was a little high. It was a little steep, but I don't know if you were looking, but as soon as you went below 30 knots, I was making sure your VSI didn't exceed 300, like a 300 feet descent rate, and it was only at like 200.
I was looking at it, but I wasn't correlating the two. I just didn't want to drop super, super fast because I knew I had to slow down.
Gotcha. So it was perfectly safe. You weren't...
Would you have headed further that way to begin with?
I would have...
More left?
I would have lost more altitude. I think when we started, I think we were at like 400 or 300. We were still pretty high. I would have gone down to...
like 375, 350?
I would have lowered that collective a little bit more. That way you can come in at more of a shallow angle.
Okay.
And in case our engine fails, right, because we were at like 10 knots and we were still descending about 200 feet per minute, which is fine. But if our engine fails, we have no airspeed to flare with.
Yeah.
Whereas if we come in more shallow with a little bit more airspeed, if our engine fails, we're closer to the ground and we have some stored energy in our airspeed. So you didn't do anything wrong. Like, we weren't in danger of settling with power. But overall, it's a good habit to come in a little bit more shallow.
Copy that. Seems like the theme of the day.
Yeah.
A little bit too high, too fast.
But I don't want to take away from it. Still a good approach. So did good there.
It just could be safer.
Yeah. I want to mold you into a good private pilot.
All right, mixture.
So we want steeper. So like that approach would have been perfect for like off airport, because we're worried about you know, wires, obstacles. But here at the airport, we don't have any of that. So we want to.
I think I could have definitely gone out closer to 17335. Yeah, 1735.
Yeah, your distance. You didn't really need to extend the distance away from where you wanted to land. Just lower that collective some more.